Light check here. Clear all around. Clear.
Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight, we are at Daytona for the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300 special event. We've got nearly 50 cars signed up for this one. It is going to be a dandy, folks. We're going to see some junk race cars and probably some hurt feelings. Looking at some footage we took earlier on here at Daytona. But folks, looks like qualifying action has begun. Let's go down trackside, take a look at some of these racers. All kinds of them hitting the track here. Let's try to focus on one. We'll take a look at the 13 machine of Jonathan Kibbe out of Boston, Massachusetts. Good-looking car there for Jonathan. But, folks, take a look at your screen. We're going to have the rules and regulations, at least some of them, here as they pop up. We are at Daytona Beach, Florida. It's a 2.5-mile super speedway, of course. Partly cloudy out, 92-degree track temp. Little bit of wind, not too much, but it's a fixed setup. 4 additional tire sets, 75% fuel for these guys. And in the booth, yours truly, the GOAT, they call me. I don't know why they do it. Blake Hutchinson, and I am pumped up here to see this one tonight. Some familiar faces out here, one of which right here, ladies and gentlemen, Girth Brooks. Look at this thing. Let's take the drone cam down for a quick flyby here. Girth Brooks out here out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Number 10 machine. Here he is. Look at these beautiful shots of Hutchinson Motorsports TV drone flying around. You got Austin Powers, gold member on the car. I am digging this one here from Girth. Speaking of Girth Brooks, folks, we got a special event coming up here in just a week or two, I believe. Girth Brooks is sponsoring an event with BC Promotions. We're going to be in the Indy cars at Nashville Super Speedway. So that's going to be fun for sure. And if you're interested in that, drop a comment in the chat. Shoot us a message. We'll get you hooked up. But Andrew Lewis out here out of Montino, Illinois in that number 98 machine. Familiar face here. We know Andy Lewis well from our Friday night Hutchinson Motorsports TV Cup Series. First lap around, no Blake Hewlett on the top of the board for now, but it's early on, 50.44. It's going to all be about the second lap here at Daytona. So these first laps really do not matter much. As Darrell Young Jr., one of my co-broadcasters at times, he's out here racing tonight out of Peoria, Illinois. Let's see what Darrell Young Jr. has for these boys here tonight. Checking out the chat, we got all kinds of fans tuned in. Obviously, Connor Gerard, Cinch McCoy. We got It's Your Boy out there. He's pumped up, asking if we're booked up on Thursday night. Unfortunately, yes, we are booked on Thursday night. We have our Average Joe Sim Racing League, but we appreciate you reaching out. Stephen Linger, he's actually from the Average Joe Sim Racing League, one of the best admins in the business. I tell you what, nobody does more work as an admin than that man right there, Stephen Linger, 23 in the chat. Shay Tarleton out here out of Rockford, Illinois in that number 16 machine. Or I'm sorry, number 94 machine. But, folks, I'm pumped up for this. I mean, we all know qualifying doesn't really matter here. I mean, we're just having fun here for now. But it's all about when we drop the hammer and go green. Going to be 150 laps. I don't know, 130 laps, 150. I don't know. We're going to find out once we drop the hammer and go green. All I know is we're going 300 miles here at Daytona. Willie Smith out there currently on the pole position. Familiar face right here, Hunter Haskell in that number 3 machine. Big fan of HMS TV. We hope that Hunter has a good race. And we got Nate Berzowski out of Troutman in that 77 machine here tonight. So, folks, qualifying is going to continue. We're going to take just a short break. We may as well kick back, relax, grab yourself an ice-cold beverage, and we're going to get things started. You're watching the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300 right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We'll see you in just a moment. We're going HMS TV side by side. Best side by side in the business. But first, Larry McReynolds has a quick message. What do you got, Larry?
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
We are back here at Daytona. Ethan Eckert rolling out here out of Chicago. Let's see what Ethan's got up his sleeve, but we know Willie Smith is on the top of the board for now. You got Douglas Ivey second, Wayne Whitley third, Chad White fourth, and Andy Lewis rounding out your top five, but still plenty of cars left here to go. We're looking at about, I'm counting 44 or so cars signed in here. Still a little bit of time, see if we get a couple stragglers, but this is going to be a good one here tonight. Again, tonight's race, the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout. 300, all kinds of prizes on the line tonight. Tonight's winner is going to get a custom 124 diecast of their paint scheme, plus a custom Grid Gold winner's trophy. Second place going to get a second place trophy. Third's going to get a trophy as well. And then we're going to do a random award. 3 drivers inside the top 10, excluding the winner, will be randomly drawn to win a custom 164 diecast of their car. So, folks, all kinds of prizes, and I'm counting, I don't know, probably over $500 worth of value in these prizes. These are not cheap prizes to get because these are top-notch quality. But Ethan Eckert right now sitting 40th. He's trying to finish his qualifying lap. Let's hop on board as he comes out of turn number 4. Going to cross the start-finish line this time. Sixth position there for Eckert. Not a bad lap there for the 12 machine. Ethan Eckert, so he's going to be starting near the front. As we take a look, Christian Rhodes trying to roll out. Well, he's going to run out of time, folks. Not enough time for Christian to get a lap in, but that means it's just about time that we get started here tonight, here at Daytona on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. The Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300 starts next. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. We got a lot of fans. They're pumped up, cheering for Girth, Brooks, and others. Let us know in the chat who you're pulling for. Who do you want to win? Who do you want to wreck? Make sure you click that like button for us to subscribe to the channel. But, folks, it is time. My favorite time of the night. It is grid time. Let's get this going. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight, the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300 at Daytona. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Starting on the front row from the pole position, the number 75, Willie Smith. On his outside, the 33, Douglas Ivy. Row number 2 on the inside, going to be the number 18 machine, Wayne Whitley. On his outside, the 28, HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com, Jed White. Row number 3 on the inside, the number 98, Andy Lewis. On his outside, the 12, Ethan Eckert. Row number 4 on the inside, it's going to be the 77 machine, Brian Matthews. On his outside, the 9, Austin Walton. Row number 5 on the inside, the Tennessee Titans, number 93, Zach Lockett. On his outside, the 30, Brian Kearney. Row number 6 on the inside, the number 15 machine, Isaiah Adambomb Adams. On his outside, the 62, Mark Kalin. Row number 7 on the inside, going to the number 8, TJ Ivy. On his outside, good looking car, that's a 24, Jeffrey Petty. Row number 8 on the inside, going to be the Monster Energy number 9 machine, Chris Mackey. On his outside, the 1, Steven Tucker. Row number 9 on the inside, the 23 machine, Tyler Smith. On his outside, Jamin Bernhardt. Row number 10 on the inside, another number 9. I think we got 3 of them out here tonight. Chris Blanchard. On his outside, the 51, Stephen Blevins. Row 11 on the inside, gonna be the 14 machine, Corey Branch. On his outside, the 79, Joshua Gagnon. Row 12 on the inside, that's a horrible paint scheme. That's a 195 of Jacob Myers. On his outside, another bad paint scheme. It's Brian Cook. See if those paint schemes load up, folks. Who knows? But hey, row number 13, it's going to be the 12 machine, Dylan Pickelsheimer. Sorry about that. That threw me off there. And then on his outside, fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen, the 10 machine, Girth Brooks. Row number 14 on the inside, the 77. It's Nathan Berzowski. On his outside, Shay Tarleton. Row number 15 on the inside, it's going to be Ted Lowendick. On his outside, the 71, Daryl Young Jr. Row 16 going to be Wayne Graves. On the inside, Clint Haybeld. On the outside. Jumping on back here in a row 17, going to be the 87 machine, Blake Hewlett on his outside, the 18, Brady Zoller. Row 18 gonna be Tom Queering on the inside, Chris Camburn on the outside. Row number 19, you got Kerwin Marshall and Hunter Haskell. Row 20, you got Jonathan Kibbe and Jesse Lacosin. Sure I messed that up. And then row 21, you got Christian Rhodes, Brandon Kelly. Row 22, Cody Neagles rounds out the field. So there's your starting lineup here. We are gridded up, letting these drivers down pit road so they can find out their pit stall. But folks, I don't know about you, but I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. We're going racing next time around, I think. Or we're not, actually. The caution has been delayed, but take a look at our beautiful scoreboard there. If we didn't go over your favorite driver, you must have missed it. So take a look here. Those are our starters here tonight. It's going to be Willie Smith on the pole, Douglas Ivey on his outside. But checking out the chat, we appreciate everybody tuned in. It's Bubba Myers out there, Connor Gerard, Cinch McCoy, Deathly Shriek, all kinds of people, Blake Hewlett and others. If we didn't mention you, just keep dropping comments. We want this chat to be blowing up here all night long. And while our drivers pace around here, let me check something. Excuse my screen there. Having some issues with my overlay. We're gonna go ahead, get this reloaded. See if we can get things working a little bit more smoothly here. But nonetheless, folks, we're going green next time around, not this time, for the Grid Gold 300 Diecast Shootout. It's going to be a fun one here, folks. But checking out the chat, Share Day pulling for Girth Brooks. Girth Brooks has to be a fan favorite. We may put up a fan vote, folks. Let us know in the chat who you're pulling for, and maybe we'll go over the best drivers and put them in a vote. We can only fit 4 options, I believe, in a fan poll. So definitely let us know who you're pulling for, and we'll try to pick the top 4 or 5 options. Bubba Myers, he's pumped up, ready to roll here. Appreciate you joining us here tonight, Bubba. Saturday night action right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Let's hop on board with your race leader, Willie Smith, pacing around here. We're not going green yet. It's going to be next time around. Now, before we go green, folks, we are going to have a stage break at the end of lap number 20. Then we're going to do another one, I believe, at the end of lap 55, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll go over all that again later. A lot of prizes on the line. These drivers, they paid their entry all to get the grand prize. Our race winner is going to get a custom Grid Gold 124 diecast. 40 viewers watching before we even go green, folks. Let's jump up to the blimp and look at all these cars here. Look at all of these racers. Everybody wants to win it here on the world's #1 streaming service. 42 cars on the track right now. We got a couple others in the pits. Not sure if they're going to make it out. So 42 on track. Christian Rhodes going to start shotgun in the back of the field. Let's hop on board. See how sketchy this is looking for Christian Rhodes here on that bottom lane. Look at all those cars. He's got to try to find a way to get around here tonight. But let's jump back up front to our race leader of Willie Smith. He's racked up, ready to roll. Appreciate you folks joining us again. Be sure, click the like button on the video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Again, drop a comment. Let us know your favorite driver here tonight. We're doing a fan vote later on. Still plenty of time to get your friends and family out here. Saturday night racing. What else you got going on, folks? Now, Connor Gerard is in charge of the paint scheme of the night. Connor, I ask you, take your time with the paint scheme of the night. You don't need to rush to finalists. We're going to be here a long time. We got 300 miles, Connor. Look at all these paint schemes, and then you can decide your finalists. All right, we don't need to know the finalists before the green flag here, but we are ready to go racing here, folks. Pace car is headed in. We are set here at Daytona. On your feet. Off your seats, green flag in the air, the Diecast Shootout 300 is underway. As they head into turn number 1, Douglas Ivey taking over the top spot. Can Ivey hold on? Oh, here they come. We got a cameraman on track. Oh, man, a full field of race cars here tonight as we hop on board with your race leader, Willie Smith actually in second. Your race leader, Douglas Ivy, right here out front. Oh, and looking at the chat here, folks, Doyle Lawrence just subscribed to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We appreciate you, Doyle. You just made the best decision of your life. We are still clean and green. We made it one lap around here tonight, but we got 120 in the books as Douglas Ivy duking it out with Ethan Eckert for the race lead. They're trying to go 3 wide already. On board with Ethan Eckert out front, making the top line look good. He's got Douglas Ivy right on his inside as they're door to door battling for the race lead here at Daytona. Look at all these race cars, folks. We've got over 40 cars on track. They're going 4 wide in the back for dead last. Coming out of turn number 4, look at this shot. Here they come, listen and cover your ears. Into the tri-oval, race leader is still gonna be Ethan Eckert on that top line in that number 12 machine. Cinch McCoy in the chat. We got Megan Bowman, Connor Gerard, Bubba Myers, Terry Vincent, all kinds of fans. They're pumped up. They're ready to see who brings home this custom diecast. But let's drop back in the middle of the field here. You got Steven Tucker in the one machine out of, well, he claims he's from Boston, Massachusetts. He's really not. He's from like 2 hours away, not even close, honestly. But let's hop on board as he's sitting 14th, trying to make some ground up as we hop in the HMS TV dash cam. Beautiful shots here at Daytona. Steve Tucker right in the middle of the pack. Meanwhile, we got some battles back a little bit further. It's Jamin Bernhardt in the 29th position from Tualatin, Oregon. But time to check out your HMS TV hard chargers right now. Chris Camburn up to the 24th position. That is 12 spots gained in just 3 laps. So keep an eye on Chris Camburn. Let's see if he can wheel that 48 machine up into the front. He is your hard charger here early on. Boy, I thought we'd see a couple of cautions by now. These guys keeping it clean and green, throwing some blocks out front. That's Andy Lewis ripping it on the high line, trying to take over the race lead. Hopping on board here with Andrew Lewis. You know what? Let's take down the HMS TV drone cam. Here it is. Beautiful shot right here. But folks, I can move it around. This is an active drone. Here it is. Andy Lewis, BACRacing.com, 98 machine. Looking good out of Manteno, Illinois. Ripping the high line. Has Chad White there right behind him. Still battling through the whole field, but Ethan Eckert maintaining control of this race, throwing some sketchy blocks, but I don't blame him. A lot of money on the line. And folks, at the end of the stages, we are going to have a winner of the stage, and they're actually going to receive a free entry to the next Grid Gold event. So that could be a $20 value. So we're going to have 2 stage winners receiving the free entry to the next event as well. So Ethan Eckert, he's out front now trying to receive that free entry, but still a ways to go. 15 laps left here in stage number 1 as we look at Willie Smith giving a big shove there to the 33 machine. Cinch McCoy says Girth is up to 22nd. We're going to keep an eye on Girth Brooks. He's now up to 20th, folks. Boy, country music sensation Girth Brooks from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, ripping it around here at Daytona. Let's hop on board. What a shot here as Girth tries to make it to the front. Folks, I tell you what, I was feeling a little down earlier, but I grabbed me a couple scoops of Hustle Fuel, and I am pumped up here. We've got 120 laps on tap at Daytona, and I am ready for it as these guys are still battling for the race lead. It's Ethan Eckert controlling the race as we pull up your HMS TV lap leaderboard. Eckert's got 6 laps in the books. Douglas Ivy with 1 here so far led. This 78 of Willie Smith looks to the outside. He's going to cross the line. I think he is your race leader on that lap, so we'll keep an eye on this high line as Willie Smith looking good out front. See if he can cover up and drop down to the bottom. Austin Hobart in the chat says, did someone say Hustle Fuel? I tell you what, Austin Hobart, nobody drinks more Hustle Fuel than him. Now, Austin, let our fans know, what are your favorite flavors for Hustle Fuel? I mean, I'm more of a sour gummy guy, but I'm drinking the fruit punch right now. All kinds of great flavors, though, and I'm sure you know them better than anybody. But let's drop back in the field. Take a look here. We see Brandon Kelly in that number 22 machine. I want to take the drone down and get a closer look. This is one of my favorite paint schemes. So, Connor Gerard, keep your notepad out. Check this car out. Brandon Kelly looking good here tonight as we take the HMS TV drone cam down for another flyby of Brandon Kelly. Look at that. Once the light hits the car, it looks even better. That 22 machine looking good here. Right now in the 29th position, has some work to do, but this definitely has to be one of the favorites for paint scheme of the night here early on. But we're still clean and green. We haven't even had a caution yet, folks. I figured we'd be wadding them up left and right here in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300, but that is not the case. As Ethan Eckert has taken back the race lead, you got Douglas Ivy second, Willie Smith and Whitley duking it out for the 3rd spot. Jesse Becker in the chat says he's going to give his internet technician some Hustle Fuel and he'll get 2 gig internet speed. Well, Jesse, I don't know. First things first, you need to have internet anyways. So you can worry about getting 2 gig later on, bud, but your internet kind of sucks. So, hey, nonetheless, Douglas Ivy takes over the top spot into the race lead in that 33 machine out of Laurinburg, North Carolina. Appreciate again everybody joining us here tonight. We are clean and green. 10 laps left to go in stage number 1 with the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. Let's drop back here. We got a battle for last in the pack. No shock here. Kerwin Marshall duking it out here for last. So here's Kerwin Marshall. He is the last car in the draft. Looking to throw a block here for the back spot. But we got Dylan Picklesheimer. There we go. That's just a weird name to me. I'm just not going to lie. Definitely got to get used to this. Picklesheimer. So out of Lincolnton, North Carolina, let's hop on board with the pickle man of Dylan Picklesheimer. He's just cruising back here right now, folks. You can tell he is not wanting to go anywhere. You got Kerwin Marshall blinking all over the place. We're still clean and green. Wayne Whitley trying to take over the top spot. And look at this beautiful car right here. We got to get the drone down. Connor Gerard, you better grab your notepad. This is a good-looking car for your now race leader, Wayne Whitley, with PremierRacingSetups.com on the car. What a shot right here is Wayne Whitley ripping it on the top line. He is your race leader. Is he going to stick with the top or is he going to be looking to get down low? We're going to find out here. It's going to be 8 laps left to go here in the stage. And look out, Ivy gets loose and that's going to check up the bottom lane big time. Boy, that could have been deadly there for Douglas Ivy, but we are still clean and green here at Daytona. Nobody's wadded it up quite yet. Ivy going to drop back a few spots into the 5th spot, though. Captain Bridger, he's pumped up. We got Pineapple in the chat pulling for Kibby. Who else you pulling for, folks? Let us know who you want to win. Connor Gerard, he agrees that Picklesheimer's got an odd name. But hey, we're going to get through it, folks. As Wayne Whitley continues to lead, we got Mark Kalin, probably, I might be saying that right. I don't know. He's in the 5th position, though, in that number 62 machine as we hop on board. McCurdy in the chat says, let's go Average Joe's Racers. So he's pulling for all our league racers from our Thursday night league, the Average Joe Sim Racing League. But these guys are coming up on some lap traffic. Is the lap traffic going to play nicely, or is he going to junk the field? We're going to find out as Ethan Eckert leads the pack down the backstretch, or coming to the backstretch here shortly. Boy, this lap car doesn't know where to go. He's going to go up high. He's going to go down low. It's going to be sketchy here, folks. They're going to give him a shove, though, actually. Wow. That's kind of shocking. Mark Kalin going to take over the race lead, though, but that was Cody Nagels going a lap down, and it looks like the 12 machine actually helping him out, giving him a little bump. So still clean and green here, going into lap number 15. Again, 20 laps for stage number 1. Who would have thought we might have a green to checkered stage 1? We're going to find out, though, as Brian Matthews has taken over the 2nd spot in that 77 machine out of Winter Garden, Florida. Into the race lead he goes. Check this out. Ethan Eckert still pushing that lap car. That number 6 car is a lap down. So Ethan Eckert's your race leader, even though he's not leading this pack. Going to be 5 laps left to go here in the stage this time around. Mark Person 77 in the chat. He's pumped up. We got Terry Vincent, Peter in the chat. Who else, folks, you pulling for? These drivers racing hard, racing clean and green so far here on lap 16. Now let's drop back here. We got Ted Lowendick in the 15 position. Let's hop in board here with the 72 car. These guys looking to form a 3rd lane. To the front they go. Daryl Young Jr. right here in that 71 machine. Let's see if Daryl can make this top line work as they're trying to go 3 wide here. Bush in the chat says, do we know how much fuel they have? Bush, all I know is they have 75% fuel, so they should not have to pit during the stages under green. So 75%, think of whatever 100 is, and then you do the math and let us know, because I don't really know. If anybody in the chat knows how much fuel these guys can make it under green, definitely shoot us a message. But we are still clean and green. 4 laps left to go here in stage number 1. I can't wait to see how this one goes. Again, folks, the winner of the stages are going to receive a free entry to the next Grid Gold event. So these guys are racing for something here. It's going to get interesting how this all plays out on the last lap of the stage. So it's still Eckert out front, and I think Brandon Kelly has junked it. We're still clean and green, though. Might have been a 1-car incident. Going to be 3 laps left to go in this stage. Let's rewind this. Take a look at what happened here, folks. So here's Brandon Kelly in the 42nd spot right now. Gets a bump, and he gets right hooked into the wall. He goes on a 1-car incident. We are still green. We did not throw a caution for that. We see some smoke here on the track, but we're still green, folks. Don't you worry about it. Ethan Eckert, your race leader, but not for long, as Mark Kalin is looking down low in that 62 machine. Boy, nobody wants to help Kalin on the bottom lane. They're going to all ditch him as Eckert holds on. It's going to be Matthews 2nd, Kalin 3rd, Lewis and Whitley rounding out your top 5 here. 2 laps left to go on the stage. Brantley said right now they got about 17 laps left. Later on, look out, into the wall he goes. Oh no, caution is out, and the big one has happened. Ethan Eckert involved, Brian Matthews, Chad White, and many, many others. Let's see what happened to bring this out. Looked like the 12 machine just gets hooked into the wall. He might have threw a block. Here it is, folks. Take a look. Yeah, oh no, the 77 comes up. So here it is. See the 77 on the bottom lane? We're going to slow this down. That's Brian Matthews. Here's the HMS TV slow motion as the 62 gives him a bump. Matthews thinks he's clear here. Well, I got bad news for him. Take a look at what happens. You are not clear, not even close. So a lot of fast race cars involved there. And we got some damage and hurt feelings and no fast repairs here tonight, folks. So that's going to be the end of the stage there, I assume. So Mark Kalin going to be your stage 1 winner, and he's going to receive a free entry to the next Grid Gold event. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We got 51 viewers watching. Stage 1 in the books. That's our first caution of the night. 44 cars signed in here tonight. We're going HMS TV side by side, but first, Larry McReynolds has something to tell you. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back here at Daytona, our first wreck of the night, but it comes at the end of stage 1. All kinds of cars involved in that wreck, and I'm trying to get a list here put together for you folks as we take a look right here. All right, so there is your top 20 and how they pit. That doesn't really help us too much, but hey, take a look. Here's some information for you, so gather it in, folks. Nonetheless, oh, here we go. Try this. All right, these are guys that went down pit road to do some repairs. So we know these guys were definitely involved in that wreck, I believe. So we got Daryl Young Jr., Kibbe, Branch, Queering, and others. So take a list, though. Those guys probably involved anyways. But nonetheless, looks like Clint Hayveld going to take over the top spot for now. But you know what? Let's see if we've got our stage 1 winner available for a quick little interview. I believe it's going to be Mark Kalin in the 62 machine. I think I see him here, folks. So let me get him in here. 1 minute. Mark, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy? Mark Kalin, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. You bring home the stage 1 win, so you lock yourself into the next event for free. Has to feel pretty good running up front here early on, though.
Yeah, for sure. Daytona is one of those just wild cards where either you want to be up at the front the whole time, and if not, you just kind of ride around in the back. So it's just, 50-50 whether you get caught up in the big one or not.
Yeah, well, fortunately, you weren't caught up in that one, but it looked like it happened right there in front of you.
Yeah, it looks like I gave the 77 a bit of a push, and he kind of drifted down to the apron, and it just sent him up the track into the car on his outside. So it's just unfortunate, but I'm glad I could skate on through.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we'll send you back down to your team, Mark. Wish you the best of luck here tonight.
Thank you, Blake.
That's Mark Kalin, your Stage 1 winner. He's going to restart in the second position in that 62 machine. He's going to start right beside Clint Hayveld, who pit on lap 16, I believe, under green. So going to be interested how this plays out. Clint Hayveld takes advantage, of that pit strategy, and it's going to work out for him here out of Newtown, Iowa. But folks, looking at the chat, Bubba Myers still chatting it up. We got Doyle Lawrence, the newest subscriber to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Thanks for joining us, Doyle. But the pace car is in. Field is set. On your feet, off your seats. Green flag back into the air here in Daytona. Great jump there for Clint as he holds on to the race lead in the number 45 machine. Here they come. Look at this full field of race cars. Oh, one into the wall. We're still green, though. Clean and green, one into the wall. As they head down the backstretch, it's Hayveld with Smith, Ivy, Kalin, and Ivy rounding out your top five. Now, don't look now. TJ Ivy in the third position, and then you got his brother, Douglas Ivy, right there by him in the fourth spot. So let's hop on board here with Douglas Ivy pushing his brother, TJ, both inside the top five. Has to feel good for the Ivy household right now. But folks, that was unfortunate. That caution earlier, it took out a lot of our favorites here tonight. And, well, we're going to see how this thing goes. We had that long green flag run last stage. Let's see if we get it again. We're going to have another stage break here in 31 laps, we're going to have a stage break. So take a look. Douglas Ivy in the fourth spot. Meanwhile, Chris Mackey has worked himself into the top five, sitting in the fifth position in that Monster Energy number 9 machine. Now, one of my favorite cars I was looking at, and again, Connor, still feel free, take your time. Don't give me your finalist for paint scheme of the night. But here's the 24 machine. Let's take the HMS TV drone down for a quick flyby and look at this thing. It is beautiful. You got Ghost Energy on the car. It's Jeffrey Petty out of Fayetteville, Tennessee. Good-looking car as usual for Jeffrey Petty. We know Jeffrey well from our Average Joe's Sim Racing League on Thursday nights. Now, I'm not a fan of Ghost Energy drinks. I think they kind of suck. I'm more of a Hustle Fuel guy, but good-looking car nonetheless. Brady Zeller here in the 14th position. Looking good in that 18 machine. Let's hop on board out of Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. We're on the right rear suspension cam of Brady Zeller. Let's see if Brady can get that car up to the front here. Right beside him, you got friend of the channel, Hunter Haskell. He runs in the Friday night HMS TV Cup Series. Big fan of HMS TV, and we're pulling for him, I know I'm supposed to be unbiased in the booth. Well, folks, I got bad news. I'm not unbiased. So I'm biased. I'm rooting for this number 3 machine of Hunter Haskell out of Astor, Florida. Let's look at this paint scheme. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Look at that attention to detail. Hunter's got a few good paint schemes. This is definitely one of them. But we're heading into lap number 27. Still clean and green. Race leader Clint Hayveld looking good in that 45 machine. Down low, you got Tyler Smith right there behind him in second. Bubba Myers in the chat says he thinks the 98 of Lewis is out. That is unfortunate. Yeah, he is out, Bubba. I can confirm. So bad news for Andy Lewis. Now I'm looking back here. Drivers that are out. We got Eckert, who led a lot of laps. He is out. Andy Lewis is out. I believe Brian Matthews is as well, and then Jacob Myers too. But we'll keep an eye and see who else gets marked as out here. But nonetheless, Clint Hayveld still your race leader. Smith, Kalen, Ivy, and Mackey round out your top 5. But let's drop back in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, there's always got to be one Canadian. And here he is, Tom Queering out of Saskatoon, Canada, in the 19th position. Let's see what the Canadian's got up his sleeve. Can he pull off the win versus a bunch of Americans? I don't know. We'll top on board. Megan Bowman in the chat says Kalen needs to get back out there. I agree, Megan. He needs to get on the gas right now. He's not cutting it in the 3rd position as he's trying to make that top line work. Getting a big shove there from Chris Mackey in the number 9 machine. Side-by-side battle for the race lead. It's Kalen on the outside, Hayveld on the inside. Here in the Grid Gold Custom Diecast Shootout 300. Tell you what, Hayveld did a great job flipping the stage there, taking over the race lead, and he is commanding the race right now. Going to block that high line as he gets a big shove there from Kalen in the 62. Car gets a little upset, so Hayveld going to go down to the bottom, still clean and green, rolling in a lap number 30. Again, folks, thanks for tuning in. Here's Saturday night racing on the world's number 1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. It's a battle for the race lead. Hayveld on the inside, Kalen on the outside. Let's go up to the blimp as we look at these views here in Daytona. What a shot here as they're battling for the race lead. These two trying to leave the pack here. Mark Kalen getting a big shove there from Chris Mackey as Mackey looks to the inside. His teammate of Lockett goes there with him. Chris Mackey into the race lead. Zach Lockett second. Hayveld drops back to 3rd. So a new race leader of Chris Mackey as we pull up your HMS TV lap leaderboard. Eckert with the most laps led. Well, he's junked now. Hayveld with the 2nd most, and we have Kalen, Ivy, and Mackey with Smith and Whitley on the board as well. Brewer Plays in the chat says the Canadian has to win now. We're going to keep an eye on him for you, Tyler. I know you're pulling for him, Brewer. So we know Brewer's favorite driver. It's this man right here, Tom Queering out of Saskatoon, Canada. Now, Tyler Brewer, can you tell us anything about Saskatoon? Because I've never heard of it. Now, Saskatoon is actually from Saskatchewan, Canada, obviously. And that's about all the information I got. So unless Tyler Brewer knows more, that's all we're going to give you, folks. We are still clean and green, though, the Diecast Shootout 300, as Chris Mackey leads the field out front. Now, folks, if you're new here at HMS TV, we love giving you HMS TV Plus updates. Those are sport scores and updates, so you guys don't have to leave the channel. And now we only talk about the important scores here at Sports and HMS TV Plus, so we don't care about, the NFL or any of that stuff. We talk about the stuff that matters. And today, there were some big matches. Now we're going to kick things off with the most important sport, that is cricket. West Indies takes down Pakistan earlier. That was a big match. Italy beats Sweden. We got Guernsey taking out France. Austria beat Turkey. India takes out Zimbabwe. That's Darrell Young Jr.'s favorite cricket team. And a lot of great cricket matches happened today. And we know you fans love your cricket. Dropping back here, Nate Berzowski out of Troutman in the 9th position in that number 77 machine. Scored as the number 7. Let's hop on board as he's ripping the high line here in the 10th position. Still, Chris Mackey out front has his teammate on his back bumper. Exactly what he wants to see. But we got a cameraman on the track, and he better look out. Out of turn 2 they go. It's Mackey, Lockett, and Hayveld, your race leaders. Heading into turn number 3, nothing changing out front, so let's drop back a bit. Blake Hewlett finds himself running 21st out of Rockford, Illinois, in that number 87 machine. Good looking car as usual for Mr. Hewlett. Sitting comfortably there in the middle of the pack. It's eventually going to be go time though, but we're almost halfway done with stage number 2. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, JD Biddle has just subscribed to HMS TV. W's in the chat for JD. Welcome aboard, JD Biddle. You just made the best decision of your entire life. And we got a message in the chat from Brewer Plays. He's got some information on Saskatoon over in Saskatchewan, Canada. He says they aren't known for much. They have a hockey team, and the province in general has the Saskatchewan Roughrider CFL team, the real football. Well, everybody knows, you know, CFL football is much better than the NFL, right, Tyler? But let's drop back in the field. We got Brian Cook in that 087 machine, one of the ugliest cars on the grid, out of Unionville, North Carolina, sitting in the 16th position. Let's take the HMS TV drone cam down for a quick flyby and look at this ugly thing that Brian Cook is driving. This thing sucks. My, oh my. Brian spent a lot of time painting this thing, I tell you what. I sure hope he gets a custom diecast of this lump of junk if he wins this race. Going to be interesting for sure. See if Brian Cook can do something with no horsepower. That looks like an Alex Club ARCA car. Josh Gagnon in the 79 machine, sitting in the 19th position from Reno, Nevada, as we hop on board in the HMS TV dash cam, trying to make the high line go to work. '54 watching here, clean and green with the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. Chris Mackey, your race leader. You got Zach Lockett, Hayveld, Smith, and Ivy rounding out your top 5. Now keep an eye on this third lane formed here, folks. Steve Tucker leading this group on the high line. Only 3 cars right now trying to get a shove there from his buddy, Daryl Young Jr. Jay Biddle says not running slow enough for a club car. I agree, Jay. If this was a club car, he'd be at least, I'd say, 14 laps down at this point. But meanwhile, Chris Camburn up to the 10th position after starting all the way back in the 36th spot. He might be your hard charger. Let's take a look. No, he is not your hard charger. That actually goes to Clint Hayveld in the 3rd spot. 29 positions gained since the start. Hayveld looking good out of Newtown, Iowa. Kaylee Hunter just subscribed to HMS TV a bit ago, folks. W's in the chat. We appreciate you joining us. Let's go. We love all our viewers here at HMS TV, clean and green. We got diecast on the line. There's trophies being paid out, all kinds of prizes here with the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. Top lane still is working here as they're slowly getting through the field. That's Daryl Young Jr. giving a shove there to Steven Tucker. We're on board with Daryl, and new paint scheme for Daryl Young Jr. We want to take the drone cam down for a quick flyby. Brantley Roden made this thing up earlier for him. Take a look at this 71 machine of Daryl Young Jr. Trying to make this high line go to work. Look at that harpoon design racing on the car. This thing is beautiful. Right now, Daryl in the 13th position from Peoria, Illinois, giving a shove there to Steve Tucker. Has a little bit of help behind him with Josh Gagnon as well. HMS TV Plus there on the side, folks. Take a look. That's HMS TV Plus, the world's best sporting service. So be sure, if you haven't done it, click the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. This is the only channel you need to subscribe to on YouTube. Because I tell you what, folks, you subscribe here, you can unsubscribe to all your other channels. You don't need them. We do sports updates here. We have iRacing content. I mean, we've got, I think, 500 videos. So, I mean, you can unsubscribe to Netflix, Hulu, all that good stuff. You don't need it anymore, folks. All the content you ever need right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. But Chris Mackey, still your race leader from Ackworth, Georgia, looking good on that bottom line with his teammate, Zach Lockett, there behind him. Kaylee Hunter in the chat says, let's go 62 and 72. So we'll keep an eye on Mark Kaling. He was your stage 1 winner in that machine. And then Ted Lowendick in the 72 machine, sitting in the 10th spot. Top lane has made a run here as the 23 machine of Tyler Smith leads the charge. Going to be 14 laps left to go here in stage number 2. Look out, we got lanes all over the place here. They're going 3 wide again. I believe that's Daryl Young Jr. leading the... No, it's not. Sorry, that is actually the 62 machine of Kalen on the top line, getting a shove from Steve Tucker. Here's Mark Kalen in the 2nd spot, trying to take over the race lead as we are 3 wide for the lead. Look at this hard racing, folks. I tell you what, this racing product has been much better than I expected. These guys are a bunch of strangers with one another. Most of them haven't raced with each other, but here they are, as Steve Tucker is just going to ditch Kalen in the 62. Boy, that was rude by Steve Tucker. He says, later, loser, I'm going to the bottom. So Steve takes over the middle lane. It's still Chris Mackey in the race lead here in the bottom. On board, your race leader of Chris Mackey. Appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. 50 fans tuned in. Cinch McCoy, Megan Bowman, Bubba Myers, and others tuned in. We got Austin Oliver. Says, I have $100 on Wayne Graves' money line. Well, Austin, you're going to lose $100 tonight. We drop back in the field. Wayne Graves, he was just mentioned in the here he is in the 07 machine here tonight. Scored wrong. Let's check him out here with the HMS TV drone cam as we are still clean and green. Here is Wayne Graves in 24th. You got Reese's on the car. Good looking car here for Mr. Graves. Wayne is known around these parts though for his Hot Rod Nelly's paint scheme. That's his best paint scheme he's got. He runs that in the average Joe Sim Racing League a lot. And Hot Rod Nelly's one of the best bars in the business, folks. I wish Wayne was running that, but he's not. But we're still clean and green. Here we jump out front, battle for the race lead. Steve Tucker has taken the top spot. Daryl Young Jr. 2nd, and Chris Mackey back to 3rd. Now, Steve Tucker says he's from Boston, Massachusetts, but if you're a regular here at HMS TV, you know that's a lie. He's from about 2 hours away from Boston. So he's not really from Boston. So, 2nd position, Daryl Young Jr. again. Then you got Mackey, Lockett, and then Ted Lowendick into the 5th spot. Let's hop on board here, see what Ted's got up his sleeve, leading the top lane. Bubba Myers in the chat says, don't start blinking, Steve. That's a good point, Bubba. Steve's known for blinking left and right, and we got one in the wall here. That is the 75 machine of Willie Smith, but he's still good, still rolling. Might have some damage, though. Let's see if Willie can get that 75 machine back rolling. Back out to your leaders, Chris Camburn in the 48 machine up to the 8th spot after starting in the back. Looking good here out of Charleston, South Carolina. Now look at your board there, folks. We see how many positions they have gained. As Tucker goes down to the apron, the 71 of Daryl Young Jr. is going to go up top. Now, as I was saying there before I got interrupted, you see on the score tower, you have their positions gained since the start of this race. So Daryl Young Jr. into the lead, up 29 positions after starting 30th. Darrell's going to give up the race lead. Steve Tucker takes it over, and caution is out. Not sure what happened. I'm looking around the track. Douglas Ivy is junked. Let's see what happened here. Caution's out. Oh, no. Douglas Ivy in the 33 machine. Oh, he gets right hooked into the fence. Oh, my goodness. That might have been intentional. The 067 of Brian Cook just intentionally junked Douglas Ivy. Here is the replay. Take a look. We're going slow motion. So the 33 gives a shove to the 77, and then you see the 080 or 67 machine of Brian Cook to the quarter panel, and he says, you know what, Douglas, I don't really like you. Right hooks him into the fence, junks him. His night's over. Douglas Ivy from Laurinburg, North Carolina, your car is junked here in Daytona. My, oh my, second caution of the night. TJ Ivy, though, is your race leader. In the chat, Jesse Becker just gifted 10 joules with the F emoji. Thank you, Jesse. We appreciate that. Now, folks, if you want to send some joules, all you got to do is be on your mobile app. So pull out your phone on the mobile app, go to the video, and then you click the purple gift button, and you can click a joule and send something. You should have some free ones YouTube gave you to start yourself out. But if you're familiar with Twitch, it's basically like bits. So that's how you do it, folks. But hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going HMS TV side by side. 61 viewers here watching Hutchinson Motorsports TV Saturday night action. We'll be right back. We're going side by side.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
We are back here at Daytona. Steve Tucker is your race leader in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. We are not at the end of stage number 2. We're going to have about a 5-lap dash here to the finish, I believe. So it's going to be Tucker out front. You got Darrell Young Jr. going to line up there beside him. But folks, we appreciate you tuning in here tonight. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going back green next time around here at Daytona. But let's jump up here to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV blimp here. Look at this beautiful shot. And ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Becker has just gifted a clapping seal. That's for 250 joules. Wow, Jesse. W's in the chat for Jesse Becker, and a big shout out to Racho in the chat. Just became an HMS TV fan. Folks, if you want to become an HMS TV fan, click that join button underneath the video. I believe prices start at just $3.99. There's some other options there as well. So all kinds of ways you can support the channel. We appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Bare minimum, though, you can at least click the like button, subscribe, drop a comment. Let us know who you're pulling for, who's your favorite driver, who's going to win it, who's going to junk it, and how's it going to go from here on out. We're not even halfway done, folks. We are in lap number 50 out of 120 as Tucker is going to lead the pack here into the restart zone and go back green. Tucker on the inside, Young on the outside as they roll towards the restart zone. Pace car is going to be headed in. I'm pumped up, folks. I don't know about you. 44 cars signed up here tonight. Pace car is in. Field is set. On your feet. Off your seats. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. Look at all these cars. Is Steve Tucker your race leader? Not for long. Darrell Young Jr. out front in the top lane. Darrell's going to drop down low here as we are clean and green. 5 laps left to go in stage number 1. Look at this shot as they head down the backstretch. It's Young out front, Tucker second, Smith third as they go into turn number 3. All these cars, they all want to park it right there in victory lane and bring home that grand prize of a 124 custom diecast. I believe those are worth $250, folks. Plus, oh, now into the wall. We got a caution. Big wreck. Caution is out. We got some junked race cars. We got to find out what happened because all kinds of front runners are involved. Hunter Haskell involved here. We got Corey Branch and others. So here, let's just rewind this here. Give me a moment. We got my thing spamming everywhere. So Brady Zeller involved. Look at that. He gets right hooked. He might be dead. Let's rewind this here. Slow this down. So you got the 18 machine of Brady Zeller gets right hooked into the fence. Here it is. Slow motion. So there it is. We're going to slow this down. The 18 car comes up. There's a car there. You're not clear. Right hooked into the fence. And then he's dead. So the 3 car involved, the 45 involved, and then we got some others coming up here, folks. Right there, wham, the 4 car smokes them. That is Christian Rhodes here. So let's rewind this. Let's hop on board here with Christian Rhodes on this wreck. So you see him wrecking in front here. There it is. Christian Rhodes sees him wrecking. He doesn't care. He drives straight through it, and then look out. Wham, hard into the 18. He's junked. So caution is out. That is going to be the end of the stage. I believe Darrell Young Jr. going to be your stage 1 winner. You know what? Let's pull him in here. I think we got Darrell available for a quick little interview. Joining me in the booth, stage 2 winner, Darrell Young Jr. Darrell, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Hey, you get the stage 2 win. I think I said stage 1 winner, but stage 2 win, Darrell. That means the next Grid Gold event, you get a free entry. How's it feel?
It feels really good, and hey, I'm getting gas right now, just so you know. I'm getting gas. You can see it live. I just want to throw that out there.
All right, now, Darrell, what's the strategy here from here on out? I mean, is there anything you're looking for, or how's this going to go?
To win. I mean, that's it. Who'd you pick to win, by the way?
Well, I'm waiting to pick Darrell. I'm going to wait until near the end, so I pick the right winner.
Nah, that's kind of BS of you, but that's okay. You should pick me right now. Called in.
Well, I'll consider it, Darrell. But hey, you have to feel pretty good, bringing home the stage win. So I mean, hey, you're not leaving this race empty-handed. You're at least winning your money back, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And can I get a badminton update from you?
Absolutely. Now, folks, if you're just tuning in, we do the HMS TV Plus updates with random scores. Well, not random, actually, the best sports. We don't care about, the NFL or MLB or NBA. We only care about the sports that matter. I did do the cricket updates, Darrell, but I was saving the badminton for you. And today, it looks like Lai lost to Popov in badminton.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you letting me know that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna lock back in here. It was great talking to you. I love you. Say it back.
No, Daryl. So I'm gonna send you back down to your team. I don't really love you. So good luck, Daryl. Let's get him out of here. So that was kind of weird. So Daryl Young Jr., good to see him. Your Stage 2 winner. He is going to win a free entry to the next event with the Grid Gold team, I guess you would call it. But hey, nonetheless, folks, Diecast Shootout 300 real quick. We are going HMS TV side by side. We want to show you something. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's NASCAR driver Matt DiBenedetto, and you are watching Hutchinson Motorsports TV, America's #1 iRacing broadcast service. So be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube today. It'll be the best decision you've ever made, so you can watch us sim racers go at it on the track.
We are back here at Daytona. We're lined up and ready to roll. Stage 2 is in the books. That means we're going to drop the hammer and go green. We still got over half the race left to go, folks. 120 laps on tap here. We're just rolling into lap 55. Now, for now, your race leader is going to be Chris Camburn in that 48 machine. You got Tom Queering second with Brian Cook third. It's going to get interesting here, folks. We are racked up, ready to roll. Pace car going to head in as we hop on board with your race leader. This is what he's looking at right now, folks. Going into turn number 3, we're dropping the hammer and going green with a full field of race cars. Well, it was full. Now we got a lot of junk cars. So right now I am counting 25 cars on the lead lap with a few cars still out there a lap down. So we started with 44. We're down to 25. About half of them remain here. Pace car is headed in. Flagman's got the green flag ready to roll. There goes the pace car down pit road. It's Camburn on the inside. Queering on the outside. Into the restart zone. Green flag into the air here at Daytona. On board with your race leader, Chris Camburn on the bottom line. But here comes the top lane. Tom Queering takes over the top spot. The Canadian out front, the only Canadian in the field. He is your race leader as they go through turns 1 and 2. Big shove there on the Saskatchewan native, Tom Queering. Can our neighbor from the north park it in victory lane, or the Americans going to place a tariff on them? I don't know. We're going to find out as they go into the corner. Zach Lockett, your race leader in the 93 machine. Let us know in the chat who you're pulling for, as Zach Lockett looking good out front. As they cross the start-finish line, folks, we've got a cameraman on the track. He's still alive. Let's go down here trackside. Hopefully he still lives here for this one. Here he is. Here come the cars. Look out, buddy. Good luck. All right, but he's still good to go, folks, as they head out of turn number 2. Zach Lockett, your race leader, onto the backstretch. They go. You got Nate Brzezowski in the second position, Queering third, Camburn fourth, with Steve Tucker rounding out your top 5 here. Chris Mackey in the chat telling Kerwin Marshall a message. Yeah, Kerwin Marshall not happy. I'm not really paying attention to the chat. I know Kerwin's crying. But hey, folks, nothing new there. I mean, if you're new here to the channel, Kerwin Marshall, one of the least talented drivers in the field, and unfortunately, he wrecked it. It's unfortunate, Kerwin, But hey, maybe next time you can figure it out. But I know these super speedways are not your forte. But we appreciate you tuning in, folks. We are clean and green here. 64 laps left to go. Zach Lockett looking good out front, has his teammate Brzezowski right there behind him. Now let's drop back in the field here for a moment, folks. See what's going on here. Wayne Graves in the 07 machine. We know Austin Oliver bet $100 on him earlier in the night, and I hate to break it to you, Austin. You just donated your money to the sports books here. Let's hop on board with this slow 07 machine of Wayne Graves. Here he is, Wayne Graves, keeping that car clean and green in the 22nd spot. I believe he is the last car here in the draft. So Wayne is on the move, and he's making a pass, folks. Don't look now. We got a battle for last. Wayne Graves to the outside. Jumping back out front, Steve Tucker, your race leader, taking over the top spot from Tyler Smith. You got TJ Ivey in third. Then in the fourth spot, Brandon Kelly, after being involved in an incident, back up to fourth. Good to see Kelly in that 22 machine back out front. Now let's go down trackside with the HMS TV drone cam. Brandon Kelly in fourth. This is one of my favorite paint schemes here tonight. Beautiful number 22 machine as we fly around the drone. Still clean and green here at the high banks of Daytona. Well done there for Brandon Kelly and that Sim Wrap Market 22 machine as we are still ripping it around here in Daytona. If you haven't done it yet, folks, click that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel. Steve Tucker still out front. Here comes the top lane. That's Mark Kalin, your stage one winner, taking over the top spot in the 62 machine, getting a shove there from Darrell Young Jr. So leading the top lane, it's your stage one winner of Kalin and your stage two winner of Darrell Young Jr. Let's see if these guys can work together to bring home the win. 61 laps left to go here in the Diecast Shootout 300, presented by Grid Gold. Great racing here so far. Shea Charlton in the 11th spot. Let's take a look at this car, number 94 out of Rockford, Illinois. Good looking car there, as always, for the 94 machine. Let's hop on board, checking out the HMS TV nose cam. Great racing here. I mean, I know we've had a few big wrecks, but that's going to happen when you got 44 cars at Daytona. This race has been much cleaner than I think anybody anticipated. But as always with these events, you're going to get a few drivers that get butt hurt. They start whining, saying this is a horrible event, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not our fault you can't avoid a wreck. As we have a lap car there, he's going to go up top and let the field by. Into the wall he goes. That's a 45 machine. So we got a battle for the race lead. It's Mark Kalin in this 62 machine. You got Darrell Young Jr. second, Steve Tucker in the third. Tucker gonna try to give a shove there to his teammate Darrell Young Jr., who looks to the inside. New race leader out front. It's a 71 machine from Harpoon Design Racing, Darrell Young Jr. Brantley Roden in the chat says he's wanting some HMS TV Plus updates. Well, Brantley, I'm going to hook you up here. Now, we know the sport that our fans care about the most here at HMS TV Plus, it's the WNBA. We got some WNBA scores for you, folks. All right, so Team Spoon is beating Team Co-op, or Team Coop. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so they're winning 108-96. Also, the Wings beat the Fire earlier. I don't know either of those teams. The Mystics take down the Aces. Liberty beat the Sky. And then Darrell's favorite team, the Indiana Fever, beat the Sun. So there you go. So WNBA scores, those might have been from last week. I don't know. But there you go, folks. All our HMS TV Plus fans. Folks, if you're new here, the HMS TV Plus updates, they're the top sports in the world. we go over for our fans at home. But let's hop on board with your race leader, Darrell Young Jr. Looking good out front. 58 laps left to go. We're over halfway done here in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. Kerwin Marshall's still crying in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure you guys give him a hard time. I'm not going to ban him. Kerwin Marshall, one of the biggest crybabies I've ever met on iRacing. We're going to let him spew in the chat and continue to whine and complain. But these drivers looking good out front with Darrell Young Jr. leading the pack. Let's hop on board with the Canadian, Tom Queering. Here he is, Tom Queering, in the 13th spot out of Saskatoon. Got a little loose there, but able to keep it rolling. Looking good in the bottom line. Uh-oh. Bubba Myers Custom Designs in the chat says, how's the garage wrestling matches going? I'm not sure about the garage wrestling matches, Bubba, but we'll keep an eye on them. But Connor Gerard's in charge of the wrestling updates here at HMS TV Plus. So, Connor, if you got any wrestling updates for our fans, be sure to let them know. We got 61 fans watching right now. If you haven't done it, like, subscribe, comment. Be sure to join the HMS TV fan club, folks. You can click that join button. I believe it starts at $3.99 a month, which honestly, that's a steal. I mean, I feel like you're stealing from me if you do the $3.99 option, but I'll allow it. Speaking of stealing, folks, you head on over to hustlefuelshop.com. Use HMS TV as a discount code. You get 20% off your order. You're basically stealing from them at that point, folks. So be sure to check them out. Still clean and green as we drop back in the field. We have Girth Brooks in the 16th position in that number 10 machine. Captain Bridger in the chat says, broadcaster is live shit talking a racer. You can't get this on Fox. You're right, Captain Bridger. This is the only place you're going to see this. Is it professional for me to talk smack to racers? No. Do I care? No, I don't. We're still clean and green, though. 55 laps left to go. Let's go down trackside. We got some beautiful shots to show our fans. Take a look at this. That ain't it. Hang on, folks. This is one of them. This is a beautiful shot here, but here we go. Let's take a look. Some of these shots we set up earlier, having a connection issue with our cameras, but I tell you what, our camera crew, one of the best in the business here at Daytona. On board here with your race leader, Darrell Young Jr. Still looking good out front. Looks like the top lane starting to make a move here as we drop back. You got Brandon Kelly is the 5th car in line on the bottom. Down the straightaway here into the tri-oval. They're going to cross the start-finish line, heading into turn number 1. My favorite camera view is coming up here shortly, folks. We got a cameraman on the track, live under green flag. Onto the wall they go! Look out, he's dead! The cameraman is dead! We're still clean and green for now, but we got some junked race cars. Brian Cook in the 87, he is junk, and we're still clean and green. I love this call from race control. No reason to throw a yellow from a couple cars hitting the wall. We are still ripping it here at Daytona as Zach Lockett tries to make the top lane work out. Big run there from Zach Lockett up top with a shove from Nate Berzowski. Up into the 5th position as Lockett. Can he get a push into the race lead? Dropping back, we see Willie Smith. He was your pole sitter here tonight, currently in the 14th position in that 75 machine. Let's hop on board as we go to the HMS TV nose cam with Willie Smith. Come on, Willie, get on the gas. For now, it's still Darrell Young Jr. out front. We're single file of the first 6 or so cars. And folks, if you're just tuned in, we appreciate you joining us. Saturday night action right here at Daytona. It's the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. We got all kinds of prizes on the line. We're giving away free entries to events. We're giving away trophies. We're giving away diecast. And I'm probably forgetting some stuff too, folks. There's all kinds of prizes on the line, and these drivers are racing like it, as Tom Queering still sits in the 14th spot. Trying to go 3 wide. Oh, look out! Willie Smith is jumped! Oh no, Willie Smith gets looped around. Caution is out. Willie Smith in the 75 car. Your pole sitter is junk. Let's see the replay. Here it is, folks. Take a look. Willie Smith goes to the top lane, gets a little loose, loses it in front of a few cars, and then smokes the 24, comes up the track, smokes Wayne Graves in the 07, and there is your, I believe, third or fourth caution of the night. That's the fourth caution of the evening. So we're going to rack them up here and do it again, folks. We're going HMS TV side by side. Don't you go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this, folks, as we continue this on. First things first, though, we got a message from Todd Gilliland. Todd, go ahead.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
We are back here at Daytona. Caution number 4 is out. We're going green next time around. Tyler Smith, your race leader. You got TJ Ivey second and Brandon Kelly in third. Now, all three of those drivers, they did not pit on that last stop. They last pit on lap 52, so it's been 20 laps for those three out front. Darrell Young Jr., your first one out there off of pit road. He's going to restart fourth. So Darrell's got to feel pretty good. He should be good to go on fuel for a while. He's going to restart second row outside. But checking out the chat, we got all kinds of fans pumped up and tuned in. Bubba Myers, Cinch McCoy, we got Doyle Lawrence. Who else? Connor Gerard, obviously. Many, many others. But, folks, if you haven't let us know, Megan Bowman, she's also been pumped up in the chat all night. Let us know who you're pulling for here, who you want to win. This has been a fun one so far. It's the Diecast Shootout 300. All kinds of prizes on the line here tonight. Race winner gets a custom 124 diecast of their paint scheme, as well as a trophy. Second gets a trophy. Third gets a trophy. And then we're giving away 2 164 diecast to drivers in the top 10. So going to be exciting how this one plays out. We are in lap number 73 out of 120 here. So we're starting to run out of laps here. Less than 50 laps remain. It's going to be Smith on the inside, Ivy on the outside on this restart. Austin Oliver's asking Connor, how is the paint scheme of the night looking? Austin Hobo in the chat says he wants a Chris Mackey diecast. So maybe you can order one, Austin. But ladies and gentlemen in the chat, looks like Venom HQ just subscribed to HMS TV. You just made the best decision of your life, Venom. And if you haven't done it, folks, yet, click that subscribe button for us as the pace car is in. Field is set. On your feet, off your seats, green flag into the air here at Daytona. Tyler Smith out front, your race leader. You got Kelly in second, Ivy in third as they rip it into turn number 1. We got a new cameraman down. Last one died, but this one's good to go. As they head out of turns 1 and 2, out of the corner, your race leader. It's still Tyler Smith. Austin Hobo in the chat. He's been a member for 2 months. We appreciate you, Austin. Folks, if you want to be a member, click that join button and do it. It's so cheap, folks. I don't know why it's so cheap. I think I could probably charge $1 million and people would still want it. But you know what? We love our fans so much. So you do $3.99, you're good for the month. Nonetheless, we got cars moving around here. It's Tyler Smith down low, and Darrell Young Jr. looks to the outside lane, getting a shove from Steve Tucker. Kaylee Hunter in the chat says she's rooting for Mark K and Ted L. Well, we'll keep an eye on them for you, Kaylee. Mark K sitting in the 8th spot here. Let's see if Mark can get that car back out front. Ted Lowendick in the 16th position as well, Kaylee. So we're watching these cars for you here on HMS TV as we hop on board with Ted L. Douglas Ivy in the chat after junking his race car earlier. He says, let's go other Ivy. He's pulling for TJ Ivy. Let's see if TJ can get that car back out front for you, Doug. Let's take a look at this paint scheme, folks, as we take the HMS TV drone cam down for a quick flyby. You got the GM number 8 machine. That's TJ Ivy from Laurinburg, North Carolina. This is a beautiful race car right here, folks. Take a look at this thing. That would be a good-looking diecast, and TJ would love to win it here tonight if he can park it in victory lane. Darrell Young Jr. takes the race lead, and Bubba Myers is asking for a drone shot of him. Well, Bubba, let's do it again. We did one earlier, but why not? Let's take a look at this 71 machine of Darrell Young Jr. He is your race leader, and we got the HMS TV drone going down for a quick flyby. Look at that Harpoon design racing on the car. That's a new Harpoon logo right there on the side. You got the white and the gold there for Darrell Young Jr. here tonight. Car looks dirtier than hell, though. Needs to wash that thing off if he gets a diecast for sure. HMS TV Plus, though, right there on the side. So that's really all that matters right here, folks. HMS TV Plus, world's best sporting coverage. I've never seen anybody else do it like we do, folks. We got your WNBA scores, your cricket scores. We even got badminton. What else could you ask for? The answer is nothing. Well, Steve Tucker sitting in the 2nd spot. Got the Hey Dudes number 1 machine. You got Tyler Smith in 3rd, Brandon Kelly 4th, and TJ Ivy rounding out your top 5. We got all kinds of requests for drone shots, folks. We'll try to get some more cars here soon. I don't want to make this an entire segment of drones, but we're still clean and green. Let's drop back. Look at this 14 machine of Corey Branch out of Bassett, Virginia. This is a second pack here. These guys are not with the lead pack. Let's hop on board here as Corey Branch trying to get a move on. Austin Oliver in the chat, he says, we need Daryl live in the booth while also live in the car. Well, Austin, we've done that quite a bit. We also did that yesterday in the HMS TV Cup Series. It didn't end very well for Daryl Young Jr. It was green. We were at Atlanta. I had Daryl in the booth while he was racing, and he ran out of fuel. So Daryl's a little scared for us to do that again. So, oh, never mind. Caution is out. No, my goodness, we got some junked race cars. Oh, no. Girth Brooks involved in the 10 machine. Let's see this replay, folks. Oh, no. Take a look there at the 10 machine of Girth Brooks. We'll play this from here. What happens? Oh, the 30 just gets junked by the 46. Oh, man, the 30 involved, the 91, the 48. My, oh, my. Let's slow this down here. See this one more time. Wham! 30 gets just smoked there, collects the 48, and there you have it, folks. So our fifth caution, I believe, on the evening. We're going to rack them up here. Do it again. Daryl Young Jr. is your race leader. We got 45 fans tuned in and watching. We're pumped up, ready to roll. But, folks, if you want a drone shot of your favorite drivers, I mean, it's hard to keep up with the chat, with all these chat messages. If you send a super chat, I'll be sure to get you a drone shot. So, we're going to go HMS TV side by side. We'll be right back. You're watching the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back here at Daytona after the pit stop. Darrell Young Jr., still your race leader. You got Steve Tucker second, Zach Lockett third, Nate Brzezowski in fourth, and rounding out your top five, Josh Gagnon. Next time around, we're going to be dropping the hammer, going back green here, rolling into lap number 82. So going to be 38 laps left to go when we go back green. Now, folks, we've got a lot of cars that were involved in the last couple of wrecks. We're down to about 22 cars on the lead lap. So might have a few more left a lap down. So going to be interested how this all plays out here. As we look at the board, you see a lot of race cars marked as out. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Loving just sent a $2 super chat, said drone the 93 designed by Slide Designs. So you know what? Let's oblige to Steve here. Wants this number 93 machine of Zach Lockett with the drone cam. This is a beautiful car. You know, I was looking at this one earlier. Take a look here. Got the Tennessee Titans on the car. Adrenaline Racing, Slide Designs. This is a beautiful race car. Now, not going to lie, the Tennessee Titans kind of suck. But this is about as good as the Tennessee Titans paint scheme can look, folks. Take a look at this thing. That's Zach Lockett's car out of Catawba, North Carolina. Here it is. Definitely check them out, though, folks. Slide Designs. I'm sure Steve here in the chat can point you in the right direction to get a hold of Slide Designs. There it is. What a paint scheme there for Zach Lockett, but he's going to restart in the third position on the inside of the second row. But folks, appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Again, it's going to be 38 laps left to go. We're going to drop the hammer and go back green. Pace car is in field, is set. Young on the inside. Tucker on the outside into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. Out of Peoria, Illinois, Darrell Young Jr. goes back to the top lane with his teammate Steve Tucker as they look down low. Third position going to be Zach Lockett, Nate Brzezowski in fourth with Ted Lowendick rounding out your top five. Down the back stretch they go. Let's see if these guys keep it clean here for a while. Still 38 laps left to go. No reason to stress too much yet if you're out towards the front. Jeffrey Petty in the 24 machine finds himself here in the 14th position out of Fayetteville, Tennessee. And ladies and gentlemen in the chat, Bubba Myers Custom Designs just gifted 2 jewels with some sparkles. We appreciate that, Bubba, as we're clean and green heading into turn number 1. Darrell Young Jr. still out front. Folks, if you're just tuned in here, you want to send some jewels, all you do is you have to be on the mobile app. You click that purple gift button, and then you can send yourself some jewels. Easy to do. You get some free ones as well, so why not send them here to Hutchinson Motorsports TV? But meanwhile, the outside line is on the move. Dylan Picklesheimer in the 2 machine, marked as the 12 machine. So here he is out of Lincolnton, North Carolina, getting a run on the outside line. He's got a little bit of help. That's Ted Lowendick on his back bumper. Out front, new race leader Dylan Picklesheimer is out front. So let's see if he stays up top or if he wants to head down low. Steve Tucker finds himself running in the 7th position here. 36 laps remain. Let's drop back, see how Girth Brooks is doing in that number 10 machine. We saw him involved in an incident earlier. Has a little bit of front end damage, but he's still out here cruising in 14th. Cinch McCoy in the chat. He says, holy she, Pickle Man is leading the pack. I'm right there with you, buddy. The Pickle Man leading this thing, looking good in the Menards number 12 machine out of Lincolnton. 44 cars signed in here tonight. We are down to the nitty-gritty, less than a third of the way to go. As Darrell Young Jr. with a run down the backstretch, he's going to briefly take over the race lead. Gets a big shove from the 72 machine of Lowendick down low. Darrell Young Jr. back out front again. Boy, Ted Lowendick giving some big shoves here as we hop on board. Currently in the 4th position, second car on the inside line. McNeil Media tuned in, says he's pulling for Lockett, Mackey, and Nathan Berzowski. So we'll keep an eye on those three for McNeil Media. We know Chris Mackey was involved in an incident earlier, so not a great race for him, but it's been a good run here so far for Berzowski and Lockett. Meanwhile, Clint Hayveld in the 18th spot led some laps earlier on, got involved in an incident, just got his lap back. Now he's here on the lead lap in that 45 machine. Let's hop on board. All right, we got some news here real quick from Connor Gerard. He does our Paint Scheme of the Night finalists. He has announced Paint Scheme of the Night contenders are the number 2 machine of Dylan Picklesheimer. He is in the 6th position. He is a finalist for Paint Scheme of the Night, so take a look here. Get you a good glance at that number 12 machine there on the outside line. Next finalist is going to be the number 8 machine of TJ Ivy. Here's TJ in 10th. Good looking car there per usual. The 71, Darrell Young Jr., your race leader, is going to be a finalist as well. So there's Darrell's car. And then we've got the 93 of Zach Lockett, also one of your finalists for Paint Scheme of the Night here. 33, now 32 laps left to go. Camshaft Chris in the chat says Mackey's already out. 2 out of 4 Icon drivers are done for. You are right here as we are still ripping around here at Daytona. Let's drop back here. Your Stage 1 winner, Mark Kalin, in the 15th spot. He led a lot of laps earlier. Well, he fell back a little bit after an incident, and now he's trying to work his way through as our driver's getting loose there on the backstretch. We're still green. Lowendick going to drop down to the bottom as the 2 machine of Picklesheimer is going to hold up top. New race leader, Dylan Picklesheimer. 50 fans tuned in, watching here. 31 laps left to go here at Daytona. It's the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout. 300 bottom lane, looking good out front. Blake Hewlett has worked himself up into the 9th position. This is the furthest up front he has been all evening as he's ripping the high line, giving a shove to the 93 of Lockett. Uh-oh. Nathan Berzowski was just disqualified. Not sure what happened to Berzowski. Bad news there for Nathan Berzowski, but real quick in the chat, T. Queering just subscribed to HMS TV. W's in the chat for Queering. Welcome aboard. As your race leader is Darrell Young Jr. Let's check out the chat and see what's going on. Hang on.
What did I just get disqualified for?
Then I'm going to give you a refund. I totally did not mean to get you.
Uh-oh. Looks like Terrence Murphy accidentally disqualifies Nathan Berzowski. So that's unfortunate for Berzowski. Gets DQ'd on accident. That's the bad thing here whenever we have race control. You know, stuff like that happens. It's actually very easy to do. Anybody that's been race control will know that. But I know if you're just a fan watching, you got to be mad or upset, but it's really not that difficult to do. So unfortunate there for the 77 of Berzowski, but we're still clean and green. It's Darrell Young Jr. But folks, the clips you just heard, those are radio replay clips. And if you want some information on radio replay, shoot us a message in the HMS TV Discord. You can join the HMS TV Discord by going to discord.gg/HMS TV. and put that in the chat for you. So there you go. As Darrell Young Jr., still your race leader. You got Ted Lowendick second, Dylan Picklesheimer in third, followed by Lockett and Hewlett up to fifth. Now let's look at your HMS TV hard charger board. It's Darrell Young Jr., your race leader. After starting 30th, he is out front. Next up on the board, it's going to be Blake Hewlett in the fifth position, up 28 spots. Then you got Ted Lowendick with Cody Neagles and then Christian Rose rounding out the board. Down the back stretch they go. I think our drivers are good to go on fuel potentially. I don't know for sure, though. I might be making that up. But nonetheless, we're still clean and green here in the Diecast Shootout 300 presented by Grid Gold. Shay Tarleton just subscribed to HMS TV. Caution is out, and we've got Clint Hayveld going backwards on track. Well, caution is out. Let's see what happened here to Hayveld. That's not the first time he's been involved. And let's rewind this a little bit here, folks. Take a look. All right, this is the 95 car. Just comes down the track. Oh, I don't know what the hell that guy's thinking. Let's slow this down here. This is Jesse Laxonen. Here it is. So he's up in the top lane, and he just elects, you know what? I don't care about TJ Ivy. I'm coming down, and then wham. There you have it. So the 95's junk. You got the 45 involved as well as, let's take a look at his view. So here it is. Hayveld gets involved. He gets hit by the 23, and then hard into the wall. I think Hayveld is done for the night. So Darrell Young Jr., still your race leader. Going to be interesting to see if our drivers want to head down pit road or not. I don't know if they're good on fuel. We're going to find out pretty quickly, but we're going to go HMS TV side by side. Grab yourself an ice cold beverage. This might be our last caution of the night, but it might not be. So I don't know, folks. We're going HMS TV side by side. We'll be right back. We are back here at Daytona, gonna drop the hammer and go green. This time by, it's gonna be lap number 97, which means we will have 24 laps left to go, folks. I'm pumped up and ready for it. Race leader Darrell Young Jr., you got Dylan Picklesheimer second with Blake Hewlett and Girth Brooks sitting in row number 2. I'm hoping we can get a green flag run to finish this thing out, but let's be honest, folks. I mean, there's a lot of prizes on the line. These guys probably aren't going to keep it clean. They're probably not going to keep it green, but hey, we're here together to find out. But we got 42 fans watching right now. Been a good turnout all night. Appreciate everybody tuning in, spending their Saturday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's going to be Darrell Young Jr. on the inside, Picklesheimer on the outside with 24 laps left to go. Pace car is in field, is set. The fans are on their feet. They're off their seats. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. On board with Girth Brooks getting a shove there from Steve Tucker as we hop on board here. Up top is Girth. And I tell you what, this top lane is going absolutely nowhere. I believe that 10 machine has some damage, and that's really slowing that line down. But it's still Young Jr. out front. You got Blake Hewlett up in the second. How about that? Blake Hewlett, good run for him so far. He has a shot to steal this win. Let's take the drone down for a quick flyby of this 87 machine. Blake Hewlett in second. Look at this. You got the Cheetos number 87 machine of Blake Hewlett. Let's see if he can get the job done here. 24 laps left to go, giving a shove there to Darrell Young Jr. Ted Lowendick back in the 9th spot here, back in the top 10. And look out, we got some guys getting a little loose up top. Steve Tucker trying to shove this top lane up to the front. Hop on board. Tucker's going to shoot the middle here, giving a big shove there to the 79. Oh, man, that was a little sketchy. Shuffles that 6 machine out. He says, get out of the way, loser. We're going to the front. So it's still Darrell Young Jr. in your race lead. And Young Jr. looking to the middle, and they're junking each other. Oh, no, we got one into the grass. Is the caution going to fly? I don't know. Blake Hewlett back on the track. Caution is out. Oh, man. Let's see where this all started here, folks. All right, let's slow this down here. Take a look. All right, so here it is. All right, so we're going to play this here. Take a look at the 87. Okay, 87 gets kind of quarter paneled there, comes up a tad, smokes the 12 machine, into the wall goes the 79, and then here you have it. So that's what brings out the caution here in the Grid Gold Custom Diecast 300. Darrell Young Jr. still out front here. It's going to be 20 or so laps left once we go back green. But let's check out the chat, see what we got going on. No reason to take another break, so we'll hang out with our viewers here. And we got Doyle Lawrence pumped up, pulling for the 62 and 72. T. Queering says, let's go 62. Let's check out the 62 machine, see how he's doing. Right now, we see the 62 machine checking timing and scoring in the 5th position. So, Mark Kalin sitting in 5th. Good run. We know he's one of the fan favorites. He's got a lot of fans tuning in here tonight, and we appreciate all his fans joining us. But Connor Gerard's trying to calculate who's going to win the paint scheme of the night. Brady Zeller in the chat says he caused a wreck on accident and said his spotter screwed him. Well, it happens, Brady. I mean, we got 44 cars here at Daytona. We're going to have our share of wrecks. I mean, Things are starting to heat up now. We're getting a lot of wrecks, but early on it was pretty clean here. But nonetheless, folks, you're watching the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. Lots of prizes on the line right here, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. And if you're on your phone watching here, you can click that gift button and send a jewel gift. It works like this, folks. One moment. Let me pull out my phone and I'll show you how easy it is to do. So come up on the video here, and then you click the gift button. There's a purple gift button floating around to the right of the chat, and then you can just send some jewels just like this. There it is. Got a little emoji popping up. 2 jewels is all it costs, so nonetheless, still clean and green. But let's look around. Looks like Steve Tucker has been disqualified. Oh no. Let's see what happened looking at the radio replay. Oh, I think Steve Tucker was DQ'd for blinking.
So I couldn't even go to the back?
He was not happy. So Steve Tucker gets DQ'd, and he is not happy. So, again, Darrell Young Jr. takes over the race leader. Steve Tucker disqualified for blinking connection issues. 43 fans watching. We're going to give them the 1 to green this time around. Looks like Chad White going to get the lucky dog wave around. Chad, I think, down a bunch of laps. How many laps down is Chad White at this point? Let's try to find out. Oh, he's actually only went down 1 lap now. So we get another wreck or so. Maybe Chad White can throw his hat in the ring. But hey, we got another whole lap under caution, so we may as well send you over to Larry McReynolds. Larry, let our fans know what they can do. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
That's the wrong scene, but hey, we're back, folks. T. Queering in the chat says, it was a fun race. For a race at Daytona, there was a good amount of green. I agree with you. I mean, we're getting our share of cautions now, but that's just the nature of the beast here. If drivers are crying about the cautions, I don't think they've ran a big event at Daytona with 44 cars. So this is fairly normal. I mean, I feel like I've been around this business for a while. I've done a handful, actually more than a few handfuls of these races, and this is fairly normal, actually a little bit above average. So if you think this is a bad race, I mean, you just had bad luck. But nonetheless, it's going to be Darrell Young Jr. lined up on the inside, Josh Gagnon on the outside. Steve Loving in the chat says, if P2 is Gagnon, I'm pulling for him. No, P2 is Josh Gagnon. That's Josh Gagnon. He is from our Wednesday night league, one of our Wednesday night leagues, GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. So good to see Josh Gagnon up front there. He was one of the late additions here in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. Now, Cinch McCoy said something in the chat. He said Steve Tucker was disqualified for lying about Boston. Brantley Roden, if you're in the chat, I think you'll appreciate that one. So Steve Tucker confirmed DQ for lying about Boston. If you would relay that message to Darrell for me, Brantley, I would appreciate it. But we're going to have 18 laps left to go when we drop the hammer and go green. Let's see if we can knock some of these laps out and get a winner in the books here. The first ever event with Grid Gold here tonight. Kerwin Marshall still in the chat. He's still crying. But folks, one thing I will say, I mean, I'm sure Kerwin can even appreciate this, even if he hates me. I feel like most streamers would have banned Kerwin by now, but I'm going to let it go. I'm going to leave him. He's welcome to hang out in the chat. He's a diehard fan of HMS TV, whether he wants to admit it or not. We know you love us, Kerwin. But nonetheless, pace car is in. Field is set. Rolling into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Darrell Young Jr. shoots out top here with 18 laps left to go. Young looks to the bottom. Back up top he goes. Into turn 1 and 2. It's going to be the 79 of Gagnon in second. And here comes Willie Smith in the 75 trying to get some help. Top lane with a run. Take a look. Here comes Mark Kalin up top. Oh, looks like the whole field's trying to shoot up top there. Darrell Young Jr. sticks down low. 3 wide for the race lead. As Gagnon in the middle. You got Willie Smith up top. Darrell holds on to the top spot. Zach Lockett into second, giving a big bump there to Darrell Young Jr. into the tri-oval. 17 laps left to go. Good racing here so far as we are still clean and green. Mark Kalin, don't look now, he's up to 4th, folks. He was your stage 1 winner. Let's hop on board. Gagnon looks to the inside. No help, though. Not sure about that move as Darrell's going to hold on to the top spot. Kalin gives him a shove. Gagnon waiting for some help down low. Here comes Lockett on the bottom lane to give him a push. So it's Zach Lockett pushing Gagnon down low. Let's see what happens up top here as Darrell Young Jr. gets hung out, and you got Mark Kalin into the race lead. Bubba Myers in the chat says, we know Kerwin ain't winning. Well, we knew that before the start of the race, Bubba, but we're still clean and green. 16 left to go. It's Mark Kalin, your race leader. Ted Lowendick second. Gagnon, Lockett, and Petty rounding out your top 5. Boy, Darrell Young Jr. was your race leader. Well, don't look now. He's all the way back to 13th. Talk about a choke job for Darrell Young Jr. in the 71. Querying in the chat says he's pulling for the number 30 machine. Or let's see, who is in the 30 here tonight? There we go. That's going to be Brian Kearney. So Brian Kearney, this is who T. Querying's pulling for out of Goldsburg, North Carolina, currently in 14th. Said he didn't mean to turn him earlier. Well, Querying, we've all have accidentally turned somebody, but hey, I will tell you that you did have some fans. We know you were the only Canadian in the field, Tom. And you had some fans pulling for you, and unfortunately didn't work out. But nonetheless, Mark Kalin is your race leader. You got Lowendick right there behind you. Still clean and green. Here tonight at Daytona, Mark Kalin looking good out front. 14 laps left to go. Lowendick in second here. Looking through the field, we got Jeffrey Petty in the 5th spot. Good run for Petty so far in the 24 machine. Let's hop on board out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Tennessee, sorry. Girth Brooks finds himself running in the 11th position. Good run for Girth. We know he's a fan favorite. He needs to get that car up front here, see if he can pull off a win in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. But folks, we're running out of time here as Zach Lockett takes over the top spot. Has a little bit of help there from the 24 machine. Let's hop on board with Lockett. Uh-oh, looks like Kalin gets hung out to dry there in the middle lane. Is he going to get some help? Finally gets in the line there. He's going to fall back to 8th. These guys starting to get antsy as our race leaders, all with a bunch of prizes on the line. Who's going to take it home? Blake Hewlett in 14th out of Rockford, Illinois. Top lane looks to be getting a run here. We'll keep an eye on it. 54 fans watching. They all want to know who brings home the Grid Gold Custom Diecast Shootout 300 victory as Lockett is your race leader in the Tennessee Titans 93 machine. Jeffrey Petty right there on the back bumper. These guys should all be good to go on fuel the rest of the way, but here comes the top line. Josh Gagnon leading the charge. Lockett throws a block there, not going to be enough. Gagnon with a run into the tri-oval, looks to take over the race lead. Jumping up here to the blimp. Look at this view here as these drivers with it all on the line. Josh Gagnon is out front. Is he going to look to the bottom? Gagnon sticks with the top lane here for now. It's going to be 11 left to go. It looks like Young Jr. looks to the outside, forming a third lane. It's going to go back to 2 lanes, though, looking to get some help. There goes the 4 car outside. Boy, these guys can't decide where they want to go. They're coming up on some lap traffic. They better look out. They might get junked. Darrell Young Jr. trying to get down low. That's the 95 machine. He's going to try to let everybody by. My, oh my, that could have been a close one. Oh no, Gagnon's junked, and Young Jr. into the 4. Caution is out. Oh no. We got a handful of race leaders. They are junked. Let's see what brings this one out here, folks. All right, this happens out front. We know Josh Gagnon involved here initially. So the 4 looks to the outside. Let's go slow motion. 4 goes outside. 79 throws a block. Let's see here. The 4 kind of just gets into the quarter panel, and there you have it. Wham! Then the 12 comes down, finishes the job, and junks him. Oh, man, the pickle man, Dylan Picklesimmer, just flat out junked him. See this one more time here, folks. Here it is. So here's Dylan Picklesimmer looking down low. He says, you know what? If you're going to cause a wreck for, I'm going to right hook you into the fence. And he finishes the job, takes over the race lead from Lincolnton, North Carolina. So let's rack them back up here, folks. Let's see what happens. We're going to go HMS TV side by side, gather our thoughts here. We got 57 watching. Don't you go anywhere, folks. There's only 8 laps left to go. By the time we go green, we're going to have either 5 or 6 left. We'll see you here in just a moment. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. From over-the-top calls to electrifying action, we bring it all to the table. The whole field's chunking it! It's a drag race to the checkered flag in the air. Justin Thompson wins the Harpoon Design 500.
But the action doesn't just stop when the stream ends. Whether you're looking for a broadcaster or looking to secure your spot in our next special event, the best way to get a hold of us, and the only way to enter our exclusive events, is to join the HMS TV Discord server.
Don't get left on the trailer. What are you waiting for? Join the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Discord community today by scanning the QR code shown on your screen. We'll see you there.
We are back here at Daytona, folks. We're going to give them the 1 to green sign this next time around. That means we're going to drop the hammer and go green on lap 115. That's going to mean 6 laps left to go once we get back started. Your race leader going to be the Pickle Man, Dylan Picklesheimer from Lincolnton, North Carolina. Starting on his outside, it's going to be Willie Smith. He was our pole sitter here tonight. He's been involved in his fair share of incidences. Willie finds himself back out front here tonight. Man, I tell you what, we've had a lot of action here tonight, and I'm starting to lose my voice, but we're going to get through it together here. It's the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. We might get to the finish here once we get back rolling. Doyle Lawrence in the chat, chatting it up with Connor Gerard, Cinch McCoy, Bubba Myers. We got J.D. Biddle in the chat as well, and others. Kerwin Marshall still complaining in the chat. Thanks for watching or sticking around, Kerwin. We enjoy your presence here at HMS TV. If you can't race, you may as well watch, ladies and gentlemen. Kerwin Marshall in the chat. Permanent back marker fixture in one of our Monday series, the Flim Dogs Racing League. He's no stranger here to HMS TV, and he's definitely no stranger to wrecking, though. But it's going to be Dylan Picklesheimer starting on the front row and the inside. Willie Smith outside. Then we got Neagles in third with Lockett on his outside in row number 2. Cher Day says Girth Brooks is currently in, where's he at? Oh, P13 here. Keep an eye on Girth Brooks here. He's going to be restarting 14th, actually. So 14th for Girth Brooks. But nonetheless, folks, we're going to be going green. This time you're going to see the pace car head in. We're going to get things back rolling. Look at this. Dylan Picklesheimer feeling confident out front. Pace car in. Field is set. On your feet. Off your seat. Into the restart zone. Green flag into the air here at Daytona. Down the front stretch, heading into turn number 1. Picklesheimer down low. Here comes Needles on the back bumper. Bottom lane looking good here as Willie Smith trying to get this top lane rolling, and Willie is a roadblock right now. Well, I tell you what, this middle lane is just absolutely going nowhere. But Dylan Picklesheimer's loving it. 6 laps left to go here. Let's see if we can keep it clean and green. Now, if we haven't mentioned it earlier, there are unlimited green-white checkers here tonight. We're going to get a winner under green no matter what, folks. So you don't have to worry about a green-white checkered limit getting to a finish under yellow. But for now, Picklesheimer is your race leader. But here comes Mark Kalin on the outside with a big run. As always, as a 6 looks up top, that's going to be Cody Neagles trying to take over the race lead. Out of Rolla, Missouri, Cody Neagles out front. You got Kalin second, Gagnon back up to third. Kalin going to look to the inside. Gagnon goes with him. New race leader going to be Mark Kalin once again. On board with Mark out front. It's going to be 4 laps left to go here at Daytona. You got Gagnon in second, Smith third, Picklesheimer fourth, and Jeffrey Petty rounds out your top 5 here. Blake Hewlett shooting to the top. He's hoping to get a shove here so he can put his name in the running and bring home a win here at Daytona. Neagle's going to give him a push there. Let's see if this top lane gets going. Look out, the 23 into the wall. 87 junk, 72 junk. We're still clean and green. Not anymore. Caution is out. Ted Lowendick involved here. Let's take a look. All right, let's stop this right here, folks. We know the 23 involved, so let's just play it out and see what happens. Oh, there you have it. The 87 of Hewlett gets into him. So here it is. Take a look. We're going to slow this down. So Hewlett just comes down the whole track and right hooks him into the fence. The 23 of Tyler Smith might be dead. All thanks to Blake Hewlett junking him. Well, folks, that's Daytona right there. It happens. Hewlett should be able to keep rolling at least, so there's that. So unfortunate there for some of these racers, but we're going to get our first green-white checkered attempt this time around. And again, we got unlimited attempts, so we're going to bunch them back up here, do it again. We got 48 viewers watching. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel. And hey, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about under caution, so we may as well go to break. I know our fans love commercials here at HMS TV. We're going to do it again, though. We're going to HMS TV side by side. Don't worry, though. We'll be in the chat paying attention. We'll be right back. We are back here at Daytona. Mark Kalin, your stage 1 winner out front. He's going to lead the pack. It's going to be a green-white checkered overtime finish. Going to be dropping the hammer next time around, not this time. Kalin going to hope we can keep it green. See if he can steal a win here. But folks, let us know in the chat, who do you think the favorite is to bring this home? Is it Kalin out front, or do you think Gagnon might steal it, or is it going to be somebody else? I don't know. We got over 50 fans tuned in watching here tonight. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Grid Gold putting this one on. Well, wait a minute. White flag's out, folks. This thing might end. I think this thing is about to end, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. This might be an unfortunate finish to the event. Normally by now the lap count would have switched. So let me check out the radio replay. One moment.
I triple checked that it was on unlimited green white checkered. So let's get around to the start finish line here. That absolutely should not be the case.
Yeah, that's the white. It's over.
Yeah, I'm taking white flag now.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, folks. I think this one's about to be official, so we'll wait for him to cross the line and make sure, but I think the checkered flag's going to be waving, ladies and gentlemen. Hate to ruin the ending to this event. It was supposed to be unlimited green-white checkers, but Looks like it's not going to be. But, hey, Mark Kalin, he took over the race lead at the right time, and it looks like he might cruise into victory lane. White flag is out. We're going to make sure the checkered wave's here, but I think Mark is going to bring home the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300 under caution. Well, folks, that's going to mean Mark Kalin brings home the win. Josh Gagnon second. Willie Smith bringing home third. But let's hop on board with your race leader here. We got a beautiful shot here. HMS TV dash cam. Mark Kalin, he's happy about it. He doesn't want to have to race this out. He is ready to park this car in victory lane. Here they come into the tri-oval. Let's make sure, though, folks. Again, I just want to make sure. There it is. Checkered flag in the air. Mark Kalin wins the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. What a win from Mark. A jam-packed race, parking it in victory lane. The results are unofficial, but Kalin, Gagnon, and Smith going to be your top three. Don't go anywhere. We're going to pull some drivers in for some interviews real quick. Maybe we'll have some radio responses from some of these drivers as well. I want to go side by side so we can gather these guys, so just give me a moment. We'll be back in just a minute or two, so we'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back here. I think we're ready for some interviews. I got our drivers all gathered up, but let's take a look at our results page real quick. Again, so Mark Kalin brings home the win. You got Josh Gagnon second, Willie Smith third, the hard charger Cody Niegels up 37 spots. Wow, he was definitely a hard charger. Most laps led, Darrell Young Jr. Fastest lap, Josh Gagnon. Most incidents goes to Brian Kearney. And then Willie Smith started from the pole position. But let's start things off with our third place finisher here tonight. We're going to pull him in. It's Willie Smith. Willie, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you loud and clear.
Hey, definitely an eventful race for you. We saw you up front. You started on the pole, involved in some incidents. Well, you found yourself back up front, and you get it on the podium here.
Yeah, the eventful is far from it. I ain't raced these next gens since basically season 1 of Average Joe's, and I want to apologize for causing that one wreck that took out Wayne Graves, and I think a couple others. It just turned around on me. There was nothing I could do. It just once these cars once you lose control, it's hard to gather back, and it just went around. I kind of pulled it like a Kyle Larson last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely happens, Willie. And plus, I mean, there's 44 guys signed up here at Daytona. We're definitely going to get some wrecks. Now, I mean, we had some good green flag racing. I mean, we had our share of cautions, but kind of expected. But how do you think things went overall, though?
Oh, I think it went pretty good. There's probably no complaints about how the race went. All the drivers, when I got mired back in traffic, they was holding their lines. We was racing 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide. And we did that. I can't remember, Blake, what, maybe 20, 25 laps of that.
Oh yeah.
After the stage or before the stage, then there was a caution. But I thought Murphy held a pretty great race.
Oh, I think so,
and
too.
it was fun racing with a bunch of new guys. I mean, they're not new, but for me, they're new to race around. And and I had a lot of fun racing with them tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely. I mean, obviously, every event can be a little better, but I mean, I think things went great here, especially for the first event here with Grid Gold, and we're looking forward to see what else is in store in the future. But Willie, I guess the floor is yours. You got any shout outs for all our viewers watching at home?
Yeah, shout out the fans and the viewers that's watching. Shout out to Murphy for putting this event on. Shout out to my wife, my kids, and my grandpa, and shout out to you all at HMS TV, #1 best streaming service around.
All right, well, we appreciate that, Willie. Congratulations, tonight's 3rd place finisher here in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300, Willie Smith.
Thank you.
Good run there. Always good to talk with Willie, but it's time to bring in our 2nd place finisher. Let's get him in here. It's Josh Gagnon. Josh, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Blake. How you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Now, you bring home 2nd. You come up 1 spot short, but, I mean, you definitely can't complain putting it on the podium, right?
No, we're here. We're on a podium. Can't be mad.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, you found yourself up front there at the end of that race a lot. We didn't see you much early on, but you worked up front and you kept yourself up there. I mean, it was definitely an eventful race all evening. I mean, we had some green flag racing, we had some cautions, and a little bit of confusion at the end, but here we are. You bring home 2nd.
Yeah, again, I can't be mad at a 2nd place. This was an absolutely wild race. I don't think I've really ever seen. That's not true. Super Speedway Racing brings us out. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to have a shot at the end, but I also had so much damage that maybe that saved me. So who knows?
Absolutely. Now you were a late entry here, and you got in last minute, but you ended up finding the podium anyway. So I mean, that definitely has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can't be mad at that. It's a lot of fun, the Super Speedway Racing, when it goes your way, because that's all it is, right? Is you just got to hope all the cards land in your favor.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job out there, Josh. I guess before you head out, the floor is yours. You got any shout outs for our viewers at home?
Thank you, sir. I want to shout out Mr. Radiator. I guess I'll announce this now for season 2 of the HMS Cup series. We're bringing on Mr. Radiator. So shout out Joey and Tristan over at Mr. Radiator. Shout out Brewer Motorsports. Shout out Silver State Relief. Shout out the Treehouse. Shout out you, Blake, and the HMS team for putting on an awesome broadcast. And most importantly, shout out to my wife. Thanks for letting me do this every week.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job out there. Tonight's 2nd place finisher in the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300. It's going to be Josh Gagnon.
Thanks, Blake.
Always good to talk with Josh. Familiar face there, brings it home 2nd. But, folks, it's time to bring in the star of the show here, the man that parked it in Victory Lane, brings home some amazing prizes. Let's get him in here, Mark Kalin. Mark, Blake up in the booth. You got a copy?
I've got you, Blake. How's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. We talked with you after stage 1. You brought home the win. Well, here at the end of the race, you're in Victory Lane. You are the winner of the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300, Mark.
Let me get a big hell yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, you were up front most of the evening, but I mean, there in the middle of the race, you dropped back there. I believe you were involved in an incident, and you finally get back out front at the right time. And a little bit of chaos pursued there, a little confusion, but at the end of the day, you're the winner.
Yeah, I mean, it was an up and down night all race long. Got to the front, went to the back, up to the front, back and forth. Yeah, won that first stage, and then in the second stage, I just wasn't as aggressive because I knew it was still a long race to go. And then I did try to make a move at one point, but then I kind of got squeezed up to the wall, and I had to back out of it to try and avoid wrecking people. So I kind of lost all my momentum, and I just said heck with it and fell to the back and just chilled out back there for a while. And then it got into that third stage, and I said it's time to go. Had some very near misses for some wrecks. And luckily, yep, I'm here talking to you in the winner's circle.
Yeah, now you got that Lotus Dynamics Design number 62 machine, and that's going to look good on your own custom 124 diecast from Grid Gold.
Heck yeah, I'm excited to see that bad boy when it comes out.
Hey, that's going to be pretty sweet. I believe it's a $250 value, so that has to feel good. And you're also going to be getting a trophy here, Mark. But hey, real quick though, the floor is yours if you got any shout outs for our viewers watching at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to my sponsor, Lotus Dynamic Designs. They build and create custom light boxes of pretty much anything you want made. If it's your sim racing car, if it's a helmet, just whatever you can think of, hit up Sean Peter on Facebook. He will hook you up over at Lotus Dynamic Designs. And then I have another sponsor, Izzy Busy and Daisy Laser Creations. They have a store on Etsy if you want anything made. Or like anything they have, check them out on Etsy. And then, yeah, my team over at Whataback Racing Esports, you know, they fired me up a real fast hot rod this evening, so I just want to give a shout out to my friends and teammates over there, and my buddy Ted, who was working with me all night long in the number 72 Solpec Mustang. He got taken out in the last couple wrecks, unfortunately, but he was there. He was my wingman.
Well, Mark, I mean, you were aggressive when you needed to be, you were patient when you needed to be, and you end up in victory lane. And hey, you brought out a lot of fans. I mean, there were a lot of people in the chat pulling for you here tonight as well.
Well, heck yeah, I'm glad I could do it for my friends and family watching on the chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and appreciate you, Blake, for putting on the broadcast, and everybody over at Grid Gold for putting on this race for us. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to the next Grid Gold event, and I'm sure you are as well, Mark.
Absolutely. After tonight, I had a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm excited for the next one, whenever that might be.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's winner in Hustle Fuel victory lane of the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300, Mark Kalin. Wow, what a run for Mark. He wins the stage, wins the race. He's got all kinds of prizes headed his way. 12 laps led. That's all he needed to park it here tonight. But, folks, we appreciate you tuning in, spending your Saturday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button, the notification bell, all that good stuff, folks. Stay tuned in. We got events, I mean, almost every night during the week. We're going to be back here tomorrow night. We've got the Icon Cup Series Sunday night action going to be at Indianapolis for that one. And we got all kinds of stuff planned, folks. You're just going to have to check out the channel. Check out our Discord, HMS TV. It's discord.gg/HMS TV. And we got a website, HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com. But that's enough of that, folks. Again, thanks for tuning in here. You just watched the Grid Gold Diecast Shootout 300 at Daytona. In the booth, I'm Blake Hutchinson, and we'll see you next time.